Welcome back to the Career Mode RTG. Big cup games today. One against Manchester City in the FA Cup, and then of course the second leg against Atletico Madrid in the round of 16 of the Champions League. If we get through that game, then I expect the quarterfinals actually to be drawn probably towards the end of the month. One, maybe even both in the month of March, if not one here and then one the beginning of April. So I've got to get past Atleti first. Of course, we drew 1-1 in the first leg. We've got Everton in between as well. Then Chelsea the weekend after. So things don't necessarily get easy for us. And we're still trying to chase that top 4 spot. We're in there. We're out of it. We play a game extra. We're above. Everybody catches up on points or goal difference. It's going to go right down to the final weekend, I think. And we have Manchester City yet to play in the Premier League as well as the FA Cup. And Manchester United and of course Chelsea today too. The first team is not fully fit, but I want them to play in the game against Atleti, so I can't rest them for this one and then have this team play again against Everton because they'll not be fit enough. So I'm going to have to rotate slightly and hope that we can just manage the squad accordingly, and fingers crossed everybody's fit at the right time for the important games. So we'll see how this one goes. Can't guarantee that we're going to be at full strength for every game, but fingers crossed we could be strong enough in the majority of games. And what I could do actually is put Brianson on the bench, move Campos to Cam. So that's how we're going to play here. Then we'll have the game against Everton, which I'll simulate, and then it'll be Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, followed by Chelsea in the Premier League. So we'll try our best to get through in both cup competitions and get at least 4 points in the Premier League in the 2 games against Chelsea and Everton, but I don't know. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this content. Of course, there was a Formula 1 video uploaded earlier on today, so check the channel page for that if you missed it. Pretty mental Russian Grand Prix, to be fair, so definitely worth your watch. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Links are down below. Let's go and see if, well, I was going to say if Rashford starts. I think Rashford's starting. Edison, Porro, Umtiti, Laporte, Alphonso Davies, Palaversa, Lo Celso, Palacios, Diaby, Rashford, Doku. That's very close to a full-strength Manchester City side. We aren't at full strength, but still should be competitive enough to compete and hopefully stand a chance of going through. I was kind of hoping for an easy run towards the final. It hasn't happened. We stood a great chance last year of winning this competition, but we lost out at the semi-final stage where really we should have seen ourselves go through. It would have been a relatively straightforward final as well had we done that. Missed opportunity last season. Oh, wow. But City, all over the place. Oh, and if Skip could have just gone out of his feet to get it to man out wide. Evans was in to make that 1-0. Here's Palaversa. He's got a number of options, a number of which were in decent space in the middle. Palaversa waiting for the 10 to come back inside. We've managed to slow them down. They're still working it about well, though. Missing Bernardo Silva, of course, who's now at Tottenham, but still getting a decent effort away. De Bruyne is at Manchester United now, having moved from, is it Barcelona? I can't quite recall, actually, off the top of my head. Barcelona or Bayern, one of the two. I think, actually, Rashford came to City from Bayern, didn't he? And De Bruyne might well have been Barcelona. Diaby, well, one back. Having to stand firm defensively, and hopefully Ethan Clark has space to get away from Giovanni Lo Celso. Indeed he does, and the counter-attack could work out very well for us here. Pedro Porras trying to close me down. I've got a number of men here. Try and tuck it back to a teammate. Completely balls it up, and hate my life. Evans could keep that in. Does so really well. Looks to get away from the defender, and do get the ball into the middle. Evans is up. Sorry, Clark is up, as well as Nemecha. Well, I kind of balls that, really, didn't I? Brilliant opportunity down this left-hand side with Ethan Clark, and I just didn't time my pass correctly. Never mind. Plenty of time left in the game. Clark inside to Campos and Skip. Lift this for Evans. Now, if anyone in their team is going to be able to deal with the pace of Evans, it's going to be Alphonso Davies. Oh, but a scuffed effort with the left foot of Evans to see that beat Edison at the near post. Didn't expect that to go in, to be honest. I was trying to force a corner at the very least, or play for a rebound. But Evans' effort has snuck in. I don't know whether Edison was perhaps expecting me to kind of outside the boot it with the right foot across goal. Turns inside Alphonso Davies really nicely. And I had players to square it to perhaps as well. Edison not really knowing what to expect. He has left a big gap there at the near post, and we utilised that very nicely indeed. Not the cleanest of connections, but scuffed into the corner, and we lead. To Doku, Rashford, Doku again. Good block by Cano and Perezziol forward to Dominic Evans. Let's see what we can do here. Nothing. Oh, maybe something. Give it straight back to Campos. The Mitch is there. See what that ball was meant for. Never mind. Oh. Davies. Doku. Palaversa. This is well worked. Skip having to get involved out wide, which isn't necessarily his forte. Nice ball down the line though. Davies, little fancy flick with a foot. We know he's got that in the locker after the way he played against Barcelona the other day. Lo Celso, intercepted by Cano, and a mistake from City could let us in for another, or at least the chance of it. Clark, Nemecha. You already know I'm going to try and set Evans away if I can. Clark is the man in space. Sander Berger of all people pulls the shot. Here's Rashford. Oh, it's a nice through ball. And they're in, and they've scored. Giovanni Lo Celso slams that home. In the 45th minute, they lead. They lead. They equalise. They don't lead, thankfully. Just Skip couldn't keep up with the pace of the move. Lo Celso in too much space. And first time, flies in the back of the net. He's left-footed, isn't he, Giovanni Lo Celso? Shot that very well on his weaker right. Clark. Can't keep the run. Oh, just so slow. No urgency from anyone other than Dominic Evans, who's in and could get a second. Oh, is that touched the wrong angle? No, it's not. Shot is, though. Balls. Past the post. Alphonso Davies is one of the fastest players in world football, but he can't deal with the pace of Dominic Evans so far in this game. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to punish them for having the left back out of position again. Ruben Neves is on for them in midfield. For Palaversa, oh, starting to yawn already. That's not a good sign. I thought we were going to intercept that. I could really do without a replay. Really do without a replay, to be honest. Here's Doku. Tops the shoulder nicely. Fancy flick. Davies. Now I can't deal with the pace of him with Dominic Evans. Where's that bending? That's a hell of a finish from Palacios. Quality from Manchester City. And they lead. And that was one of the best goals we've had scored against us this season. Passed inside, into his feet, bends it around Salisu, uses him as a marker to just arc it outside him. What a great strike. That's a really, really good goal. Salisu probably could have done a better job of trying to get in the way of it, but Pep Guardiola's happy, and I'm not. 2-1 City. To Clark. We'll drill this to Nemecha. Try and roll the defender. Oh, play on, ref. That's so annoying. We're in a good position there. I'm not going to shoot. I will try and get it to Nemecha again, though. Okay. Paid no attention to where I'd actually aimed that, but here's Evans. We're level. That's actually really well worked. The primary option I wanted to use didn't work, but we've adapted to what we were given when the pass was misplaced and actually worked that really nicely in the end. I get lucky that it rebounds off the wall, but that first, well, actually second time pass from Sander Berger into Evans, it's really well done. Cutting in from the left this time rather than the right, and he has his second goal of the game. Edison went with the wrong foot. If he'd have done that animation, but the other way around, he probably would have saved it. Pep was happy. We've pissed him off again. 2-2. Looking for Campos, finding him well. Here's Skip. There he is, Dominic Evans. Always, always, always providing us with an opportunity to score. Oh, wide back, healing it though. Oh, you idiot, Ches. Right, I'm going to need actually these other guys to be fit for the game midweek. Oh, sorry, at the weekend. So I'm actually going to take off the players that are going to be involved again, rather than players that I want to save for the game against Atleti, because they'll have the chance to be rested anyway at the weekend against Everton. 4 minutes to go in this game. Diaby. Back to Grimaldo. Where's he going? Back inside to Kai Havertz. Quite the player to be able to call on off the bench, isn't he, Kai Havertz? Nemecha. Clark. Campos is there. It's he who I'll look for. It's he who will find. Skip. Oh, tried to squeeze it through a gap, but disappeared. Campos. Oh, it's Sander Berge. Looking for Nemecha. No, off the post. Oh. Oh, can you believe it with the last kick of the game? It is extra time. I was just listening. to see what's coming next. Oh, Nemecha could literally have won it with the last kick of the game. Off the woodwork. Unreal. Another 30 minutes ahead of us. Oh, man. So close. So close. We go again. Trying to out-muscle him. Diaby, Palacios. Diaby, Palacios. Nicely done by Sander Berge. And, oh, I was hoping away by Wilson. Whoa, that's wild by Grimaldo. Closer to the corner flag than it was the goal itself by the time it settled. Nemecha could win this header and just nod this down for a teammate, which he's done nicely. Campos has Sander Berge there. Down the left is Barrenechea. I think it's just gone offside. Not to be found anyway because Grimaldo intercepted it. Now here comes City. 10 minutes into the first half of extra time. And the game is, well, just as stretched as it was before we reached extra time. We don't have the best of history on penalties in this save. Or in any save ever, really. Penalties are not my forte, are they, in FIFA? Looking for Nemecha here, finding him well. Bissouma's arriving. Nemecha's with me. Bissouma was in great form yesterday. Could really do with a top performance from him again, but we found Campos on the right foot. Edison makes the save. Son of a bitch. Worked out really well. Brilliant run by Campos. He's going to come for this, Edison. Evans just knocked this down quickly. Looking for Bissouma. It's Salisu that's found instead, even though I tried to aim it at Bissouma, and that should be half-time in extra time, which it is. 15 minutes between us and a penalty shootout. Just looking to take advantage of some lack of stamina for a number of City players. Zinchenko has come on at left-back for them as they've made a change to replace Alphonso Davies. Bissouma. Sander Berge. Is Wilson going to make the run around the outside for Barrenechea to use? Yes, he is. Can we lift this into the middle looking for Nemecha? We can. But Aymeric Laporte gets to it first. Cano wins that foot race, but it wouldn't let me change player till Rashford had gotten to the ball. Really annoying. Otherwise, I could have gotten there with the man that was with me. Palacios. Cross here to Zinchenko. Palacios again. Oh, he nearly kicked that straight at Campos. Grimaldo inside. Here's Havertz. Given away. Barrenechea. Nemecha finds Campos. He's gone again. Lucas Nemecha will lift it to ensure that it reaches him. He was very unlucky at the beginning. Oh, sorry, at the end of the first... Oh, God, the end of the second half. I can't even get my words out. Lucas Nemecha, though, has now probably won us the tie. Hitting that right-hand post in the 92nd minute, but finding the right-hand corner in the 116th. Edison again leaving too much of a gap on that near side, and we've punished them for it again. His third goal of the FA Cup in the 116th minute. That should be us through to the next round. Oh, I got so caught up in the emotion of the moment that I couldn't even figure out what words I wanted to get out of my mouth. Ruben Neves into Palacios here as they look to try and get themselves a late equaliser. Doku early into the middle. Salisu with a diving headed clearance that is poor. Palacios spins away. Wilson can't get rid of it either, but we will take the free kick. And that foul will see us win the tie. Whew. What an FA Cup game that was. Absolutely ridiculous. We've got Everton to come in a few days' time in the Premier League. Oh, please, ref. Come on. There's Sander Berge. That should be game and is. We win in the FA Cup, although we certainly made it hard work for ourselves. Very, very pleased with that, though, to go through and to be able to manage the squad as we needed to for the upcoming fixture list 2. What's the 5th round? I think it was the quarterfinals. So who will have in the FA Cup next, I'm not sure. We will sim the game against Everton with this rotated 11, from which a couple of players did play in the last game. Game rescheduled. The Chelsea game's been rescheduled. Okay, when's the next FA Cup tie then? This month might look completely different now. It doesn't look that different, but Birmingham in the quarterfinals is certainly a game I think we can sim and get through. And then the game against Chelsea has now been moved to the end of April. Okay, right. Everton next then Atleti. And we'll see where we go from there. Right, yeah, we'll sim this game against Everton. We are still in 4th. We should be able to get victory here, I hope. Everton looking increasingly likely as the side that I'm going to start FIFA 21 with on the channel. Rafael Borra, though, gives them a 1-0 lead. Not what we needed. Chelsea are 2-1 up against Swansea. Brian Son's come off the bench and immediately picks up an injury. 2 minutes after coming off. And then Pereira Rock gets sent off 5 minutes after that. So, yeah, we ain't getting a win, are we? Or even a draw, probably. Unless, no, Luca Digne scores a second. Defeat to Everton. And a red card and an injury. Wonderful. What a game. Fantastic. Couldn't be happier. Balls. Only up for 7 days, thankfully, Brian Son. But that does mean he won't be fit for this next game against Atleti. Pain in the bum. Right, Brian Son to come out then. And Rolls still isn't looking like he's going to be back anytime soon. It's going to be Evans to start. And Campos back at cam again. But to be fair, Evans probably earned that start. Brian Son will throw... he'll throw Nibs on the bench. Not quite at full strength, but hopefully still good enough. We do need to score, though, against Atleti. With a 1-1 scoreline from the first leg, they obviously have the away leg advantage. The away goal, advantage. We'll switch tactics here with players in different positions, despite the fact we're still playing the same formation. If we play well, we can get through. And we have what it takes to do so, I believe, despite being away from home. Let's see what we can do away in the Spanish capital. Atleti look identical to the team we played in the first leg. We've got Lorenzo Insigne and Chukwueze on the bench still, but that is the exact same team that we played in leg number 1 that we felt frustrated to have conceded against, even though it was a decently worked goal, I think, if memory serves. 1-1 from leg number 1. A high score draw or any victory. It's winner takes all, really. Get out, please, Salisu. Well done. Madison with a nice touch, but unfortunately for him, doesn't go anywhere near a teammate. Barrenechea has played in. Try and dink around Kenny Tet. Is that going to work? It's not. We'll go for a Berber spin, though. Barrenechea has been very good at utilising that skill so far this season. Campos. Oh, Abadia's offside. Takes in his stride really well. Oh, he's onside. I genuinely thought he was off, but the lino didn't put his flag up at all. Bissouma. Barrenechea. Oh, Abadia's gotten to it. Abadia finds the space, and again Oblak saves. Are we going to have a repeat of the first leg where Jan Oblak kept his side in it for what seemed like every single shot, even though we scored? Oh, we had so many chances. At least we were able to breach him once. We're going to have to breach him at least once today too. Bissouma. Atleti not gotten going in this game so far. Nice little... Oh, I was hoping for a nice little flick from Abadia, but he took a touch. Sander Berge feeding it through to Abadia. Oh, what a challenge from Jason Denayer. Still Abadia in possession. Oh, and again Jason Denayer puts the challenge in. Atleti are determined not to go out of the Champions League at the round of 16 stage. Oh my God. We've had enough chances to win the game already in the opening 18 minutes. Still can't get myself that 1-goal lead I need. Whether it's the keeper or the defenders, they're just in the way, Atleti. Lovely ball looking for Evans, but Manu Sanchez cuts it out. Campos will use Evans. Tuck back inside. Bissouma to Campos again. Run, please, Abadia. Time the pass right, Ches. He's in. Turn. Oh, Sander Berge! Honestly, man. What has a man got to do to score against Atletico Madrid? Jonathan Tah in the way this time. Berge through to Abadia. Oh, spins the defender. Well, Denay's going to be in the way, isn't he? Abadia again. Oh, yes! There's the away goal! In the most truest sense of the phrase, that goal has been coming. Fully deserved 1-0 lead at the Metropolitano. Struggling to say that quickly. Get involved! Atleti have not been at it here. To be fair, they weren't really at it in the first leg. They just somehow were able to get themselves... got a goal to equalise. Bissouma not quite strong enough to hold off the attentions of the defender there. Sander Berge cuts that out quite simply, though. Still, we are dangerous. Lovely turn. Need you again, please, Eve. Oh, not strong enough to hold off Ndidi. Nearly worked it nicely. Joao Felix. Flare pass to Jonathan Ikone, who's gone again. Correa gives it away. Good goal from Joaquin Correa in that first leg, but hopefully we can keep them up for the full game this time. Looking for Bissouma. Looking for Campos. Takes in his strides well, and Oblak gets to it first. Jeez Louise. Pump that forward. Win this, please, Abadia. And the second one? No, deny it. Rising up. Out to Akone, over the head. Wilfred and Ndidi. Baranachal thought about lunging in there. I'm glad I didn't. Tete inside to Ndidi. Out to Kenny. Tete again. Akone. Ndidi. Correa. It was he that scored the goal in the first leg. Get off. Salisu using that strength. Inside to Campos. Oh, couldn't get it under control to get it to Yves Bissouma. Joao Felix. At least we've got an our away goal. All we need to do now is keep a clean sheet. Sigankov tries the fancy scoop turn to get past me and it doesn't work. I'll use Sander Berger here and we'll go one man at a time, working it across the field. I've actually got 3 to my right, so it makes sense to go that way. But Abadia is in a decent position now. Chased down by James Maddison. Here's David Campos. Abadia's made the run. Oh, but Maddison tracks it nicely. 20 to go in this second half. Much less chances than there were in game number 1. Don't know if there's any changes there I can make that really would give us a chance of getting another goal. Just want to hold on to what we've got more so than anything else. Evans is going to have to play in the next game against Birmingham as well. I'm really confident that we can get through in the FA Cup. I'm more confident of getting through in the FA Cup than I am of getting through in this game. And I've got a 1-0 lead and there's only 18 minutes left. I don't know whether that shows that I'm overconfident for Birmingham or I should be more confident here. Cano and Wilson are falling into each other. Wilson trying to hold off Joao Felix. Ikone into the middle. Get rid, please. Seol does really well to flick that backwards. 15 to go. Are Atleti going to make any changes? I think so. Let's see. Ndidi off and Vlasic on. Correa's got 2 options here. Going to go... In fact, he's got 3 options because he's gone all the way back to Manu Sanchez. Gets it back to Correa. Lofts it up. Back to Sanchez again. Plenty of options here, Manu Sanchez. Oh, it hits Yves Bissouma. Lift that to make sure it gets away. Perecio will get to it first. Counter-attack. Come on, boys. Let's finish the game off now. Baranachal is the man who this ball is aimed for, and it's who it will find. Brings it down well. Turns nicely. No, it was meant for Bissouma. Oh, God. I just can't score more than 1 against Atleti, can I? Campos through to Abadia. Spins nicely. Get away from Denia. It's done well. Campos calling for it. No, can't get past Jonathan Tah. 7 minutes between us and a Champions League quarter-final. 7 minutes, lads. Hold on. Into Evans. Not long left between us and that next round of the Champions League. The finances are more important than anything else for us at the minute. Although, one thing I'm going to do after this game that I wanted to do earlier and forgot to do is have a look at a certain someone on a free transfer. Abadia. Oh, it's delightful. Agustin Abadia finishes the tie-off. That's a wonderful second. We are going to the Champions League quarter-finals. Lovely ball. Lovely first-time touch. And turns on the sixpence and buries it beautifully. Wonderful finish from Abadia. That is a great goal. Look at that. Right in the corner. No chance for Jan Oblak on this occasion. I would love to bring a goalkeeper of Oblak's calibre into the club. And by signing a certain someone on a free, we could save £70 million to do something like that next season. I'd recall Atleti didn't have a single shot. We dominated that game and Liverpool are through as well. They won 2-1 in the first leg. So despite Ajax's potential late comeback, they haven't been able to do it. Barca hold the advantage against Lille, and it's 0-0 between Inter and Bruges. PSG with a strong advantage over Real Madrid. Valencia will have to come back from behind against Napoli. Bayern 2-1 up against Juventus, and with 2 away goals too. And Milan are in a similar position to Atleti from our first leg against Manchester City. Plenty of English teams still involved in the competition. But one thing that I hadn't noticed until you guys pointed it out was that Dominic Brown is available on a free. We are still in the Champions League and going well. We're still in the FA Cup and going well. We were above Liverpool in the league, challenging with them for that 4th spot. And you guys reckoned that we could approach, you'd like me to approach Don Brown on a free. So I will do that. We were saving money in January to potentially buy him for next season. We're not, hopefully, not going to need to buy him for next season. We can bring Dom Brown back on a free, which means we'd have so much money to spend next season everywhere else in the team. He's on £105,000 a week. I'll offer him 125 just to try and ensure that he signs the deal. It's everything I've got left in my wage budget. I literally can't afford to give you a signing bonus, I'm afraid, my man. Yeah! Dom Brown is going to be a Cambridge United player next season. Let's go! For free, too. Unbelievable scenes. That's perfect. The absolute dream scenario. It turns out that that not buying him last season, or at the beginning of this season, has saved us £70+ million over the course of 12 months. You guys didn't want me to sign him at the beginning of the year. You didn't feel it was the realistic thing to do in the scenario we were in, having just reached the Champions League. Now, having proven ourselves as getting out of the... Oh, Jack Rolls is on his way back. That's fantastic. Now, having proved ourselves in the group stage of the Champions League and pushing out of the group stage in the Champions League as well, you guys said, go on then, Ches, bring him back on a free. That's what we're going to do. That's what we have done. Can we get through to the next round of the FA Cup 2? Birmingham have knocked out Portsmouth and Reading so far this season. Can we go into the next round of the FA Cup again, as well as the Champions League? I'm not sure yet who will have drawn in that Champions League. Harvey Nibbs on the score sheet again for Cambridge when we need him. 1-0. And the FA Cup quarter-final, or the round of 6. Sweeney sent off, though. Is that going to sway it against us? With 15 to go, it's still 1-0. With 10 to go, it's still 1-0. With 5 to go, it's still 1-0. At the final whistle, it's still 1-0. Let's get involved. Can you believe it? What an episode so far. Oh, my God. Watford to come next. Influential performance was saved from Ethan Clark's suspension over for Dennis Pereira Rock. And now Sweeney has one instead. Oh my God. And Jack Rolls is on his way back from injury too. So we can throw Evans back onto the bench here. Nibbs can come out. And Rolls is on his way back and hopefully will be fully fit for the game against Watford. Next round of the Champions League hasn't been drawn yet, I don't believe. Indeed, it hasn't. Nor was the next round of the FA Cup either. Should be done, though, by the time we get to that game against Watford. Cano's got 87 stand tackle now, as well as 87 slide tackle. Sorry, 87 slide tackle as well as 87 stand tackle now, the other way around. Deary me, what a roller coaster of an episode this has been. All the emotions. The Chilean international manager's job. No thank you. Transfer offer for Chris Mepham. No thank you. Players leaving international duties. It's fine. £9.5 million added to the budget for the Champions League. Who have we got in the Champions League? Who have we got in the FA Cup? We have Bayern Munich in the Champions League and Everton in the FA Cup. Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals of the Champions League and Everton in the semi-finals at Wembley. So tomorrow's episode will certainly be split into, or tomorrow's month will be split into 2, because there's 7 games there, and I want to play both legs against Bayern, and I want to play City and Chelsea, and I'd like to play the FA Cup semi-final against Everton as well. So we will split the month into 2 episodes, but we shall end today with Watford. Oh, Christ alive, it's been non-stop, hasn't it? Let's go and get another win. What does Watford's team look like this matchday weekend? Pontus Dahlberg still in goal. Navarro, Marcao, Mareshic and Estupiñán still at left-back for them. Akhmatov and Matt Grimes in the middle. Falkia, Pizarro and Unu on the left with Divock Origi through the middle. I don't know where Watford are in the table. Down near the bottom-ish, I think. They blitzed the Championship, of course, when they won the league. Absolutely blitzed it. And we're unlucky not to get promoted the season before, but we have had some decent games against them since that time. They were the first team we played against in the Championship, and they hammered me like 5-0, didn't they? So we do have previous against them, but we've certainly improved a lot more than they have in the time since. Hopefully we can get ourselves back into the top 4 Oh, with victory here. Aberdeen turns well. I'll try and tuck this back. Nicely done. Baranachea. On to Stalberg. Does really well with a good save. Into Sanderberger. Here's Jack Rolls. Looking to get himself back on the assist hunt. You know, he's back in the 11, but Dahlberg with another good save. There's 2 chances already here against Watford that we could have scored from. Cano could be up. Salisu is there, looking to set up Cano again. Oh my God, what is that? What is that? On his own, free header. Spoon. What an idiot. Can we get Baranachea in behind? We'll try to. Jack Rolls has done really well there. Set Baranachea away. And Rolls is the man that's arriving. Jack Rolls back in. Oh no, Jack! I was going to say back in the starting lineup. Back on the score sheet. No. Slice. Cut across the ball. It started off on target but bent away. Oh, I should have done better with that. Should have done so much better with that. Kind of similar to the way De Bruyne scored his goal the other day for Manchester City against Lyon in the Champions League. Sterling getting back to the line, cutting it back. But similar sort of attempted finish as well, but couldn't turn it home, Jack Rolls. Not quite as good as Kevin De Bruyne, it seems. Sorry, Jack. Maybe at some point in the future, but not right now. Here's Divock Origi. Nice tackle by Cano. And Jack's involved again. Certainly keen to be back in the starting lineup. And back in the action, isn't he? And he could get an assist, if not the goal. And does! Aberdeen scores at the new Aberdeen. And Augustine Abbey makes it Cambridge 1, Watford 0. Inside to Pizarro. Grimes, Origi, oh, unorthodox, but could work well if only Pizarro had gotten a better connection on it. That could have worked really well for Divock Origi and Watford. Navarro wins that header, but that should either go out or we can keep it in and play Baranachea down the line. Nope, neither. Navarro to Falkia. Very nearly at half-time here. Similar situation and scenario to the Atleti game where we've dominated the game but still only have the 1 goal in our advantage, and it's going to continue to be quite nervy until we're able to get a second. It took until practically stoppage time to do it against Atleti. Fingers crossed we can get a second earlier than that. Here against Watford, it's going to be a corner for them though to end the half. Things really could take a turn for the worse here if Watford pull one back now and then go for it in the second half. Good punch by the keeper. Marisic is going to have to do something quickly. Grimes to Pizarro. Keep trying the fancy flicks, don't they? But it's not going to work. I'm just going to stand here with Stefan. The referee will eventually blow his whistle. All right, I'll kick it then. Then the referee blows whistle. Why he's got to wait for me to kick it, I don't know. 1-0 at half-time. Rolls, drops the shoulder nicely. Sanderberger is there. Aberdeen sliding through that gap. He's just played onside by the wing-back, I feel. Aberdeen. Oh, hits the post. Oh, and Campos can't get to the loose ball first. Very, very close to a second and killing the game off late on, just as we did against Atleti. Bissouma, I'll look for Aberdeen here. Oh, Kina cuts it out. Well, try and get Salisu to close the angle for Origi. Thankfully, Divock ran offside, but still they're working it about here, Watford, and there is still time for an equalising goal. We've been very good at home in recent games in the Premier League, ensuring that we get the victories that we're after. Our form has been better than it was at certain times this season. We went 7 games without a win at one point. Aberdeen into Jack Rolls. I use Bissouma. Campos is there. Not drops his shoulder. Looking for Evans. Oh, he will get on it. Let's be honest. Evans should have stayed on his feet. Absolutely should have stayed on his feet. And that's 2-0 and game over. Never mind. Time's ticked away for Watford. And they aren't going to get the equaliser here. But it's not going to do our goal difference any favours, is it? Winning by a goal to 0. Points tally great, but we need goals as well. And at the minute, we're struggling to turn the ball home more regularly than twice at most. 33 yards out. I might as well shoot because the referee's going to blow his whistle as soon as the ball goes out of play next. We'll see what we can do here. Time it green. Right, the keeper. Never mind. A 1-0 win against Watford. The 3 points are very welcome, but I would have liked some more goals. I would have loved some more goals. Never mind. We had plenty of chances again. And for the umpteenth time, the opposition goalkeeper did very well too. Spurs dropped points, which is good for us. None of the other teams around us are playing there, but we are up into 4th again with that win, although Liverpool have 2 games in hand now. And they're the one side we don't have to... We've got the 3 sides above us still to play this season. We don't play any of those below us now. Arsenal could go above us still. Liverpool certainly will, you would expect. I don't know it, as we're going to stand the chance of getting into the Champions League for next season with the way the league is right now. We're going to need other teams to drop points, which they may well do. They certainly have done so in the past. We just need them to repeat that if they don't mind. See what we can do in training on the lead up to the next game against Brighton. Actually, we'll give Jack a train because he's not trained for ages thanks to that injury. Getting slightly closer to being 81 rated. Short passing goes up, which is good news. Defensive awareness and his tackling isn't too much of an issue right now in that cam role, but a more well-rounded player is always better than someone that's specialised in a certain area and not able to be used elsewhere. Oh my god. Yves Bissouma has broken his leg, fibia, tibia. It's your lower leg, isn't it? Your tibia, your shin bone. Fibia and tibia is your leg, isn't it? It might be your arm. I might be mistaken. No, not the game called tibia. Yes, it's in your shin. Fibia and tibia. It's the biggest bone in your lower leg. Ouchie. That is going to be sorely in the morning. And for 5 months as well. Well, Yves Bissouma out for the rest of the season then. Yuck. Maybe I use roles in that deeper role now. Put Evans on the right. And Campos can start a count for the rest of the year. That might be how we have to run. I don't want to throw Skip in there. It's too defensive, really, that defensive line then. Sorry, Nibs can go there instead then. No, where's Brian? Where's Brian Son? He can come back in now because he's back from injury. Where are you? Brian Son. There he is. And to be fair, Rayner's not far from being back as well, actually. Let's have a look at the injury list. A couple of weeks, maybe? Oh, still 5 weeks. Oh, same injury. They both broke their legs. How do you break your leg in the gym? Yves Bissouma broke his leg in the gym. I can understand whilst playing football and an unfortunate tackle, but how do you break your leg in the gym? Bloody hell. Didn't notice that at the time. There we are then. All other teams have now played their 30 games. So we are a point off Arsenal in 5th and 4 off Liverpool with 8 games to go. The next month will be split into 2. Because if we get through against Bayern, we will almost certainly have another Champions League game drawn at the end of the month as well. Oh, God. Mad end to the season. And we're going to need to be at our absolute best throughout to ensure that we get what we want from this season. Tomorrow, Champions League quarterfinals against Bayern Munich. I'll see you then.